Well, cutting back on red meat doesn't have to mean cutting back on flavor.
In Cook Without a Book, Meatless Meals, Pam Anderson shares techniques and formulas for whipping up nutritious meatless meals.
Pam Anderson is a food writer and author of a number of cookbooks and is back with us today. It's always wonderful to have you with us.
I love being with you guys too. Both of you, I get both of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Added bonus. It seems like going meatless, though, is a trend that's happening right now, a healthy trend.
It is a trend, but what I found when I made the decision a couple of years ago was once I took meat out of the equation, I was floundering. I mean, here I am a cookbook author, and I was like, all I could figure out how to do was eat, you know, pizza and maybe pasta and hummus. And after that, it was like, okay, now
did you have to do a lot of research for this?
I did. I did do a lot of research, and I did a lot of testing and kind of figured out what it is I want to eat on my meatless nights, because I think a lot of people think vegetarianism, it's kind of uninteresting, it's crunchy granola, it's kind of punishment. And what I wanted was I wanted my meatless days to be sumptuous and delicious and fun. So I look forward to them.
So you want it to be pleasurable.
Exactly.
How often do you do a meatless day?
I try to do it 2 days a week, but I'm finding that it spills over into other days now because I have leftovers from my meatless days, so I eat those on meat days. And also, now that I'm open to it, when I go to a restaurant, I'm automatically looking to see what the vegetarian options are, and I eat that way. But I'll never become, I don't think, a full 100%, because I do love my Thanksgiving turkey and my Christmas roast beef.
All right, what are we going to make today?
Well, we're making a vegetable galette. Today in particular, I chose some wonderful fall vegetables because we're in fall now. I feel like we're almost in winter.
Yeah, I know. It's still fall. You're right.
You're right. And here's how the formula works. You know, you take some seasonal vegetables. I've chosen butternut squash and cabbage, along with the red onion. You prep these, and what I do, the unique thing about this dish, is that I take the vegetables over to a turned-off oven.
Turned off.
And I set it in the bottom oven rack, and I preheat the oven so that these vegetables are cooking with that element going the whole time, so that you get that really nice roasted flavor. So while you're preheating, which you need to preheat your oven anyway, these vegetables are all roasting, so then you prepare your crust and get your cheese ready to go while the vegetables roast.
What did you add to the veggies?
Just olive oil, salt, pepper, and a little bit of thyme. But what I want to tell you about this formula, which is what it is, these are winter and fall vegetables, but if it were spring, I would do carrots, maybe some baby potatoes, some peas. So in the summer, I would do zucchini, yellow squash, eggplant, tomatoes. So it can change seasonally so that you're cooking, this is available, this dish is available to you year-round based on what you've got, what's in season, what's on sale, what you feel like, what you open your refrigerator up and find.
Well, that works, right? That's easy enough.
As opposed to slavishly following a recipe. So, so I've got these roasted vegetables. It's a little bit warm because they've just come out of the oven. But I'm going to just scrape these into cream cheese, and what I use, because that's what I had in my refrigerator.
8-ounce cream cheese?
A block of light cream cheese.
Okay.
You know, you can use the Neufchâtel, which is the third less calories.
I like that.
Yes. And we scrape in our vegetables, and then we just stir this around to incorporate. And
you have a little cheese in there or no?
There's
cream cheese in addition to that.
Cream cheese, and then there's also other cheese, and it's 3/4 cup of cheese, and then I save a little bit to sprinkle on top.
What kind of cheese did you use here?
This is a extra sharp cheddar cheese, but again, this is one. I think a lot of people, when they follow a recipe, they say, "Oh, I don't have any. All I have is, you know, some Monterey Jack cheese." Well, guess what?
You can use that.
Cheese is cheese. It works. You know, so that's the whole point of this book, is that it frees you up so that you're not so recipe dependent for, you know, for this weeknight cooking. Because I think that's, like I said, I think A, shopping, and B, a recipe is what gets in the way.
All right.
So I have actually rolled out, I know you were sort of all worried that you saw pie crust.
Yes.
I always panic when I see a pie crust.
Okay. Yay! This is obviously for weeknight. Nobody's making homemade pie crust, right? So I love these refrigerated pie crusts, and I really do like the Pillsbury brand. I have done comparison tests, and I do prefer them. So I take it and I just roll it out just a little bit more on a floured surface, and then put it onto a cookie sheet.
And this recipe is also in your Cook Without a Book?
It certainly is. And then we're going to load this up. And the great thing about this is, if you know, unless you really need all 6 or 8 slices for dinner.
Doesn't that look good, Teresa?
Yeah, you're gonna have leftovers too, aren't you?
Yeah, for
That
lunch
works
the
out
next
really well.
day.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
exactly. So then we just lay these on, spread them on a little bit, and then you just, I mean, the great thing is that you don't even have to try to fit this into a pie shell or a pie plate. You just fold it up,
Wow,
just
this
like
was really easy.
What did you call it? Not a tart.
Galette.
Galette.
Fancy
I'm not
word.
familiar with that.
Fancy
Pam.
word for a vegetable pie.
Okay.
So
A
then
galette.
that's it. We just fill this up, sprinkle it with the rest of your cheese. And the other thing I said was thyme in there. You can change your herb depending on what you have. And I promise you that just about whatever you put in here is going to be good,
We're
right?
about less than 20 seconds now. So how much? I guess where do you put? You put this in the oven now at what? 450.
This goes in at I believe it's 375 or 400.
Oh, okay.
For 30 minutes.
And then you're done, huh?
Yeah, and then, you know, you can make yourself a salad, pour yourself a little glass of wine, and be ready to enjoy this, because I think at this point you've got a complete meal here. You've got cheese, you've got vegetables. You want to
Great.
throw a salad with it? That's
Easy,
it.
Pam.
And we're
Thank
gonna
you
get
so
to eat
much.
it in
Yeah,
a
we're
few
going to try it
minutes.
at the end of the show.
You do. There is one made.